Hey guys, Fang /VA here, coming at you with another Sonic Tuesday video. And of course, before we get started here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you're new here, and hit that bell button, of course, as always, to get all my uploads. And also, at the same time that this is going live, I have a second part of my Assassin's Creed 3 Let's Play going on my gaming channel. The link will be on the community tab, so make sure to check it out if you want to support me on there. That's where my non-Sonic stuff is going. Which I get the feeling, if done right, I get the feeling that channel could actually blow up more than this channel. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm not doing these YouTubes for success anymore. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So, with that said, I'm going to cover something that might literally get pitchforks and torches aimed at me, but I want to explain myself. If No Child Garden has riled the Sonic community up about Sonic Frontiers, or really any recent Sonic game, the other thing is no playable characters. Now, at first, I thought, well, is this just a typical Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 fanboys and fangirls complaining again? As it turns out, that might not be the case, after me somehow forgetting that Sonic has always had multiple playable characters, starting from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where you could play as Tails. And of course, they really expanded upon that and really perfected it in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, in terms of the 2D formula. However, I still think it's not that big of a deal, and why I think, once again, it's, in a way, not just the fanbase fault, at least a small minority of them, but also the critics' fault as well. So let me just get this disclaimer out of the way. This is my opinions. This is my opinions based on observation. This is my opinions based off of information that we have. If you do not disagree with me on these, then please offer your opinions. If I can freaking say the word. Please offer your viewpoints in a very, nice manner. We are here to discuss about the blue hedgehog that we all love. Do not just be a downright jerk. So, why is multiple playable characters is one thing that people want? Well, it's because that's been part of Sonic's identity since Sonic 2, as I mentioned. But it's so easy to kind of, in a way, connect it to the adventure games, because, those fans have been the loudest with their dissatisfaction. And I still think that those fans should still check out the newer games and not be so stuck on Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, because they are missing some great games. I'm not saying that you have to stop loving Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I love them as well. I'm just saying that there are some great Sonic games that don't have to be Sonic Adventure 3. Sonic Generations is a good game. Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors. The list goes on. The frickin' Sonic Advance series. Sonic Rush Adventure. I can keep going on. The classic Sonic games, for, gosh, come on. But, Sonic doesn't need multiple playable characters to be successful. All it needs is a good game design. No bugs at all. And as much as I do like Sonic 06, God forbid that I say that opinion, you know, that game is notorious for its bugs. And that was the last actual 3D game that wasn't a spin-off that we had multiple playable characters. After that, they moved to just Sonic. Why is that? Because I think the Sega took the criticism of how Sonic Shadow Silver played, and they mistook that as, oh well, we don't want multiple playable characters. And I think it's also because of the fact that they've also made multiple playable characters in the adventure games, mainly E102 Gamma, to appease fans that wanted to give Sonic a gun. That's also why they gave Shadow a gun in Shadow the Hedgehog. It's because there was a portion of fans that wanted to see Sonic having one. So once again, it's the fan base deciding at one point that they want something, and then they turn around and it's like, oh no, we don't want that anymore. And I think a large part of why Sonic Team does their own thing is because think about how fractured the fan base is. You have so many different people that prefer certain eras of the Sonic games. You know, even though that I love everything, I'm not going to deny that there is a bit of a fracture in this community. Because you have the more classic era fans in one pocket, then you have the Sonic Adventure era fans in like another, the modern fans in another pocket, and then you have the Sonic Boom fans, and then you have the fans that might just only like Sonic in the freaking comics, although this is not about the comics. Even though that the Archie Sonic comics and the IDW Sonic comics and even the UK Fleet Race Sonic comics are straight fire. And I think, much like with Star Wars, I do think they just want to do their own thing. Because it's hard to appease a fan base that's so fractured. Look at the Star Wars fan base. Granted, it's also in a way Disney and Lucasfilm's fault for that. And I can also attribute some of the fracturing in the fan base to also Sega as well. Not making, maybe the best games that they should have made at the time. There's a reason why Sonic Mania is still the best reviewed Sonic game ever. Because it was made by fans that loved the franchise. It has so much love and passion poured into it. And I think that's why we're seeing such a fracturing with Sonic Frontiers a little bit. Even though, yes, there have been fans that have came around and have started to be like, you know what, from this recent footage, it looks amazing. But, much like with how humans are, right, which, again, it's people's opinion, it's people's choice, it's people's wallets, right? Even if even if you show them a super polished Sonic Frontiers, they're not going to buy into it. They're still going to be like, oh, well, Sonic still runs a little too slow, and all that stuff. Now, some people may be wondering, is this secretly me, in a way, complaining about the fan base? I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to the point I'm making here. So, when you have all these group of fans that complain too much on the internet and are too pessimistic, and not only that, but you have different people that prefer different gameplay styles, looking at it from Sonic Team's point of view, I can totally see why. They're like, you know what, we're just gonna stick with Sonic only. We've tried doing multiple playable characters. We've tried to appease you fans. We created a shooting character with the E100 series robots. We also gave basically a one of the most popular Sonic characters, Shadow the Hedgehog, a gun, and you guys bashed us for that game too. And then with Sonic 06, we brought it back to the adventure formula with, again, multiple playable characters, but you bashed us again, even though it was their own fault, with Sonic 06 with Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, I still don't get why people dislike that game, but then again, I'm a pretty easygoing guy. So I like a lot of games people might look at me weirdly for. So, looking from Sega's point of view, why should they keep putting in playable, playable characters? And some people might brought up Sonic Mania. So, as I said, if I can remember what I last ended with, so maybe to Sega it made sense to be like, you know what? We're just going to have Sonic playable only. And if we do have multiple playable characters, it's going to be a classic Sonic. Because why should we have multiple playable characters when it seems like to us that's not what you guys want, or B, that's why this whole thing is so confusing. And plus, too, right, with just focusing on Sonic, they are able to actually focus on the level design to be just for one character, which really is smart. It says Sonic the Hedgehog on the box, like I said. Even on that, yes, like I said, playable multiple playable characters has always been a thing in Sonic since Sonic 2. But like I said, probably to Sega, they were probably like, nope. We ain't doing that again. Plus, with the weird stigma around, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 nowadays, where there's like a portion of the fan base that think they suck, which they don't. They're just plain horrible ports. And that's why there's so much glitches that people are now saying that they're a glitchy game. Do your research on the matter, because ports of older games can create glitches, especially if it's not handled right. Now, some people may mention about Sonic Mania. That's because fans made that game. So Sega allowed them to take the gamble, and plus, it's a classic Sonic game. Can you really imagine a classic Sonic game without multiple playable characters nowadays? No. But on one hand, though, too, in my opinion, fans shouldn't be so upset about no multiple playable characters when, in the first Sonic the Hedgehog, originally we just had Sonic before Christian Whitehead basically made the freaking original Genesis version obsolete with his more amazing version of the game. Look, I want multiple playable characters, but I'm not gonna sit here and BS with you guys, be like, and say like, I don't like any of the games after so and so. I'm not stuck. I don't want to say this and come off mean. I love Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I love Heroes. And I do love 06, despite its flaws. But I'm perfectly fine with just playing as Sonic. It's his franchise after all. Why do you think most of the time in 3D Mario games you're just playing as Mario? Granted, Mario Land, you were able to play as Luigi, but that's after you beat the regular worlds of the game. And I believe you got him after you beat the special worlds. And in 3D World, you had multiple playable characters. Well, Super Mario 3D World was designed around you playing with other people. Granted, it's also pretty fun by yourself. And plus, there are some stamps that, and green and emerald stars that you have to get with certain characters. So, if you're doing single player, you literally have to figure out which character you need and go back in them. Plus, you have to play through all the stages with all 5 characters, and which one of them being Rosalina. But that's Nintendo. You know, and I hate to say this, and again, too, right? You know, gosh, I already know people are gonna. Like I said, don't be nasty in the comments, you guys. This is a open discussion. You know, but Nintendo knows how to make games a little bit better than Sonic Team nowadays. And that's just, you know, that's not me saying that because, oh, well, you know, I'm becoming the typical, you know, pessimistic Sonic fan. No. That's just fact. But Sonic has the potential to be great again, and hopefully Frontiers is that game that really makes people realize, holy crap, Sonic Team still has it in them, because I'm worried what's going to happen to this franchise. Because I've gotten so tired of how pessimistic this fan base has gotten. And I know why. I know the reasons behind it. But it's like, just enjoy what you enjoy. If Sonic Frontiers doesn't interest you, then don't buy it. You know what I mean? Or just wait till you see reviews of the game and make your decision then. But I do think Sonic Frontiers has a lot of love going into it, despite the fact that, yes, they are reusing assets from old levels for the boost stages. Yes, that first gameplay trailer was pretty bad. It was god-awful. But Sonic does not need multiple playable characters to be successful. And that's the point of this video. There's so many reasons why they don't do it anymore for the 3D games. And like I said, I truly think it's because they're seeing how the fans are reacting, and they're seeing how the critics are reacting, and they're like, we ain't touching that. But what happens is, right, well, they get rid of one problem, but another one pops up because the people that do love multiple playable characters are now saying, why do we have to keep playing as Sonic again? So now, pretty much, obviously they do have to listen to the critics, but I think towards the fans, just a little bit, I think they are plugging their ears and being like, you know, that, you know, they are plugging their ears because there's so many mixed signals coming from the fan base. So what are they supposed to do? Would it be smart to have different to maybe hire more people and maybe have one development team working on classic Sonic, have like another one working on like a modern Sonic game, and have another one working on the adventure games? Would that rectify people? No, because there would still be people complaining and being negative and being pessimistic. So I'm going to end it with this. I'm going to end this, basically this in a way, negative video, and this will be my last negative video until something else pops up in my comments, because this was also inspired, this was inspired by a comment, by the way. Go figure. That enjoy the Sonic games that you enjoy, and let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. I'm looking forward to Sonic Frontiers. I can't wait to play it. Day one. I'm going to sink my teeth into that game. And I'm going to give my honest opinions like I always do. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. If I think it's okay, it's okay. You know, is that going to make me be like, you know, I'm going to toss out all my Sonic stuff? No. You know, it's just, it means that, you know, Sonic Frontiers, it just won't be my type of game. And that's perfectly okay. So, pretty much, you guys, what I'm trying to say here is, enjoy what we have now. Including you guys that don't want to move away from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Enjoy the newer games we have now. Because you could be missing out on some fire experiences. And if you are listening to the fan base of what Sonic games to play, don't. At the end of the day, you are only going to know how you feel about a game is if you play it. Reviews are nice, but at the end of the day, they are opinions. That's people giving their opinion on a game. And there's also nothing wrong with maybe listening to a review and maybe like, you know what? I'm not going to waste $60. Well, geez, it's now $70 now. You know, on a game that's glitchy. You know, I can understand that. But I'm just saying though too, sometimes it's best to go in with low expectations and just experience a game yourself, or a movie, or an anime, or a book. I did the same thing with Captain Marvel. Going in, you know, seeing that movie on Disney Plus, I knew the reputation it had. I know that Brie Larson isn't the most loveliest gal in Hollywood. I also know that there was probably going to be stuff in there that's going to make me feel like, without talking about politics, that it would make me angry because they might have said something in there that might have felt like it was an attack towards me. But I did enjoy it. There were a few things I didn't like, script-wise, but other than that, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. It's not my favorite Marvel movie, but it wasn't all that bad. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Ignore all the chatter. Just have fun. At the end of the day, these are games. They are meant to have fun. You know, people take things way too seriously nowadays. You know, if you've been curious about Sonic Colors Ultimate, despite the controversy, and you've been eyeing that physical copy at GameStop or Walmart, pick it up. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can always gift it to someone that you know that likes Sonic, and they may like it instead. With that said, I openly want people to discuss this in the comments, and please be civil, please be nice. With that said, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Later, guys.